Hello, I'm Matt from Ludochrono, and today I'm going to give you an overview of Conquest. Conquest is a 1 to 4 player game. It is a conquest game, as the title suggests, but also a collection game in which you try to have the biggest empire. It plays with 1 to 4 players ages 7 and up, and it plays for 20 to 40 minutes. In this game, you try to have the biggest empire, and your empire is made up of cards. Cards each represent a territory, an area that you have control over. And you will be able to play it, and you need to make the biggest empire to gain the most points. So how do you play Conquest? Well, every player is going to take a turn until the game ends, and the game will end when the draw deck, the draw pile, is empty. On your turn, the first thing you do is that you draw a card from the deck. And then you have three options. Either you draw 2 more cards, or you play a card from your hand onto the battlefield, or you attack another player. In this case, I will simply play a card, and it will join my empire. This card is close to 3 territories, as shown, and then that's the end of my turn. So the next player will draw a card, and then they will be playing a card. So, for example, in this case, they will play the New Guinea, and I have a territory that is close to it, so I may attack it in the future. So now that player's turn ends. Next player is going to draw 1 card for the beginning of the turn. Then for the action, they will draw 2 more cards, and they will call it a turn. It's my turn again. I will draw a card, and then I will attack that player. To attack a player, you need an attacking territory, and you need to attack a territory that is bordering. So for example, with Malaysia, I can attack New Guinea. And in this case, we will have a base attack and a base defense value, and you will be able to play support. You play any number of support cards and you show them to the defender. Side note, you may play any number of cards from your hand, so if you really want a territory, you can play a lot of cards. And the defender is going to be able to react, so for example, they will play 2 cards as support, and then we will reveal and add up the scores. I reveal my cards, I will have 18 total strength, and the defender will have 7. So obviously I have a higher value. If I have a higher value, I win the battle, and the attacker, if they win the battle, are going to take that territory and place them in their play area. Then the cards get discarded, and the attacker replenishes their hand by drawing as many cards as discarded with a maximum of 2. So I discarded 3 cards, I will draw 2. And the defender does the same, but the maximum is 3 cards instead. In this case, they discarded 2, so they draw 2, and that's the end of my turn. You are going to continue playing like this until the end of the game, until that draw pile has been emptied. Now, once the last card of the deck is drawn, the game ends immediately. Then you are going to count up points. You choose your biggest empire or the empire of your choosing. The rest don't count. Each card in that empire is worth 1 point. And each duplicate card of that empire is also worth a point. You add up those scores, and if you have the highest score of them all, you are the winner of Conquest. So Conquest is a collection game in which you try to have the biggest empire, but you also try to hold cards in your hand and also try to disrupt your opponent's strategies by stealing their territories. Now, bye-bye, see you on Ludo-Chrono.